Hello everybody, and welcome. I am the Beta Plan, and this is Murdered Soul Suspect, and you may notice I am not in the same location where I last left off. That's because I thought to myself, I scoured out this police station. That gun must be somewhere where I can't look. Remember that I said it would probably be silly to have it in the bathrooms and that I was kind of getting OCD for walking through them? Yeah, well, actually, it is here. Go figure. Time to view the story. I think so indeed.
I can still remember my first day on the force. Salem PD was in this tiny building on the edge of town. It was old, crowded, and completely insufficient to handle the day-to-day operations. Protecting Salem was getting harder and harder. Finally, the city decided to convert the old armory into our new headquarters. And when we finally moved in, I couldn't believe how big and modern the place was. Not bad for one of the first buildings in Salem. Plus, it just felt right. It used to be the city's first line of defense in a wild frontier, and now it had resumed its post once again, only this time in a modern world. First week was a little chaotic as we settled in. One officer reported that someone had removed his gun from his locker. It took him 20 minutes to track it down, and when he did, he found it leaning against the wall in one of the unoccupied offices. Also, the late-night station operator reported a strange phone malfunction. Occasionally, when someone would call in to report a shooting, the recording would just stop. The call would cut out, and the voice of the panicked caller would just loop over and over again until the phone was unplugged. Soon it was pretty clear that these strange occurrences weren't just honest mistakes or faulty phone lines. One evening, the medical examiner came running down the hall in tears. She noticed that her scalpels and other tools had gone missing. She went to get more from the cabinet, but stopped cold at what she saw in the reflection. A ghostly silhouette of a Civil War soldier was standing over one of the corpses. She spun around. It was gone. She barely noticed how cold the room had gotten before running off. Of course, the guys didn't believe her. Hell, I didn't either. Until I saw it with my own eyes. I was working late and got up to get more coffee. As I rounded the corner, I saw it in the reflection of the trophy case. He was staring right at me. He lifted an old, ghostly rifle and pulled the trigger. The trophy case fractured into a spider web of cracked glass, and I took off running. The captain didn't believe me and docked my next paycheck to replace the glass. I didn't care if people thought I was crazy. I know what I saw. People sometimes ask me if anyone else has seen it since, or if the specter still roams the halls. I always tell them the same thing. I wouldn't know. I transferred to Boston.
Kind of odd that they don't do a proper investigation. Can't really duck someone's paycheck if they didn't do it, but that was the story that we were missing in the last episode. Yeah, just took me sure, a couple of minutes to walk around here in order to find that, but now, oh, sorry, that might have been a little bit hard to follow regarding the fact that the camera just whooped around a few times. But yeah, it's time to continue with our investigation proper, because we have an appointment at the cemetery. Oh, it froze us all the way out here, alright. By the way, I don't know why, but as you may notice, I've restarted the game, and you may notice that because for some reason these things are no longer revealed, and I have no clue why. I checked and the story is still there and the guy is gone, so no reason to assume anything else. Wait, this is Ahsland Hill Cemetery? Oh no, wait, it does that again. Yep. It does that thing where it replaces the markers, which is kind of logical because otherwise, hey, it's because of a few of these ghostly buildings. It'll be hard getting around if you don't have some in-between markers, if you will. Did we ever check here? This is where you can see the other guy walking through. In one of the very first episodes, I was like, hey, guess that's how they wall off the world. And actually, no, I could go further into this world. But yeah, sometimes walking around is actually a little better for you to find things. Though I have to admit my mouse is as of late doing a little off, so I'm sorry if this is a little shocky at times. It's probably not the game, it's this time this is my mouse. My mouse is a little bit, well, it's getting older, which, hey, can't blame him. Because it's simply the fact, the truth. It's simply a fact, and it's simply the truth. Should not mix up words. It's interesting that the cemetery walks over in here, but doesn't walk over on the other side. Did we already... Wait. Reveal. Hi.
Guarded with a tender vengeance.
There's a little girl holding Salem? Possibly. Yeah, I also looked in the police station if I could find any more drawings of her, but I don't think I've missed anything. But who knows where all her drawings are? I mean, this town is... Although it has its limits, in order to search everything, that is another thing. Oh. Yeah, see?
Such a harsh refining.
Is that an Iron Maiden being burned, or is that just a girl being burned? Well, I guess I have to walk more past all kinds of walls, perhaps off camera. But, yeah. Because I just found randomly too by just walking a wee little bit slower around things. Now, we already got a few things from here collected, of course, due to our spectacular adventures. But if you go too fast, I feel like you miss out on things. Though I doubt that actually some of our drawings would be on these type of buildings because they're made of wood. And all of our drawings I have so far found on stone. But that may just be coincidence. Happy hour every day. Pictures for $2. That's not that expensive. To put it mildly, at least not for where I live. Just checking some walls. Alright, well, as said, I'll continue with that off camera. Let's go to the cemetery. Hello, girl. Hello, cat. This time I will leave you alone. This time it's time to visit Ahsland and Hills. Oh, sorry. I read Ahsland and then I read the end, but that's part of Ahsland. So, Ahsland Hills Cemetery. Consecrated in 1665. What does this say? This is a private cemetery under the care of Ahsland Hill Friends Meeting Hill people. Okay. We hope that you will treat this cemetery as you would the one where your relatives and friends are buried. The cemetery is closed during the hours of darkness. Right.
I used to see this as Julia's final resting place. Now it's just where her body is buried. Guess I'll be buried here soon. This is home to neither of us. Just the place for others to come and remember what they used to know. Who? Great. Another freaky ghost chick is shadowing me. Sorry it's been so long, Julia.
Oh, this was just the part in front. That's a huge cemetery in that case. Yeah, there's a park in between. That's... wow, okay. By the way, he says just almost nonchalantly, like, where humans might remember us. Or others might remember us, or something like that, as was his words. By Greek mythology, that was very important. Now, there were several gods of the death, related to death. The true god of death was Thanatos. Not, by the way, Hades. Mostly done by most people wrong. And that's also because due to popular movies like the Disney movie Hercules. But Hades was the ruler of the underworld and actually quite fair. Just like Thanatos, by the way. Who simply did his duty. But, yeah. Hello. See something collectible down there. I already see our girl that we need to talk to, but lots of ghosts around here as well. Anyways, to refer back to the original point I was making, in Greek mythology, you would cross the river, well, there were actually 5 rivers surrounding Hades, or the underworld as it was known. And most people remember now the river Styx, but actually that was not just the river that was around. And actually some of the properties of other rivers were given now in modern mythology to the river Styx. For instance, it is not the river of forgetfulness. It's actually a different river. But anyways, Chiron would take you over, and then people would end up in the underworld. And as more people forgot about them, the more they faded into nothingness, into shadow. But if you were remembered, well, you would look just as handsome as our Ronan here, in your same clothes as you had and what have you. Well, I think it's time to help quite a few people over here, or just talk to them, perhaps.
You okay?
I don't know. I was so drunk. We both were. One minute her hands were all over me, the next, I'm in the water. By the time I got back up here, she was gone.
She pushed you?
No, nothing like that. Like I said, I had one too many and lost my balance. I just didn't expect to find her missing when I got back. Something must have scared her off.
Yeah, like your floating corpse.
What?
Forget it.
Ooh, what? Floating corpse? Do we also see that? Oh, I'm not allowed to go into the water. There's a hard border there. That's okay.
It makes you miss the warmth of the police station, doesn't it?
Your secret errand was to get a flashlight?
Keep it down. I can't see you and we're not talking to each other. Got it? This place is crawling with people. Don't want to know.
Hey, we're still people.
The book says that there's a murder that happened right here. All I see are dead leaves and mud. This can't be a dead end. Not already. What am I gonna do?
Well, question a few people, do some detective work.
Just leave it to me.
Also, funny way, due to the way the camera moves, you saw the light of the... well, the light of the... You need to determine if there's a link between the Bell murders here. You saw the light of that lamppost shining through my body, and it was kind of glaring into it. It was kind of funny. So, are we stuck to this location? Or can I ask him about things? Still considered in the clue area. Alright.
Leave me alone. Can't you see I'm looking for something?
Yeah, but I don't know. Could I not help you with that? I don't know. Perhaps somebody tried to... Hey, that's out of the ordinary. Left and then behind. That's seen as police don't cross. Yeah. Hi, did you see anything?
Excuse me, but, did you see the police investigation here a few weeks back?
Not close up. I think there was something behind me, but I'm not sure.
Well, I already saw there's something shimmering there, but... lots of people around me. Whoa! That looks more like the girl we saw a moment ago. What can I learn from observing this? Well, definitely not living. I would be a bit worried about washed up because it seems too much to be in the right, like, straight up, but at least it's deceased. That's for sure. Definitely not spotless, definitely not dry, definitely not clean. I would say tattered, but it's not really tattered either. Close. We're gonna say then washed up, though I think it's not really what should have been right, because then I would assume the body lying a bit different. But so then tattered of all these. Ghost man saw body. Ah, that's the one that was looking. That was saying, "Hey, looking for something." Those are footprints? I can hardly see in that. But if there are footprints in here, can I? No, I cannot go into the water and see if there's anything more back there. Anything here? Because I kind of see something lying over here. But apparently that is supposed to be just refuge or what have you not.
What do you know about the girl who washed up here?
This thing floated down the river by her body. Think it ended up in the bushes over there.
Hidden in the bushes. Which bushes? Because I kind of see quite a few of them. Hard to see.
It's too dark in these bushes.
Well, we have a flashlight.
Joy, I need your help getting something out of those bushes.
Okay.
See? Getting better at this. It's becoming a bit more logical, question mark? Sensical might be more what I would like to make of it. Do I need to talk to you? Oh, you got it yourself.
I don't know if it's important, but this is all I could find. Yep, still a whole lot of nothing. What are we missing? Maybe some combination of clues?
I'm sorry, I thought I hit her to talk, which is why I tried that again, but now I understand what the game is saying. This is a side case. I don't think we're at side cases, so one. Where are we? 11, 11, 11. Investigate the scene. Yeah, but that's not what I meant. Huh? Where is this murder that I'm investigating? Marrying Julia. We're getting a lot of these, at least. That's our drawings. A watery grave. That's the ones we already investigated. Wait, what? Am I just being dumb and blind again? I would like to consider the clues together. perhaps I should just talk to her then?
Let's keep looking. Don't want to miss a clue. Can't you put some of this stuff together?
Well, I think I needed one more clue because I have 7 out of 8 and the game isn't progging me for anything else. Wait,
Pretty sure it was on the shoreline.
You already know. Okay. You already know. Hello? Somebody walked through this, and not being me. Is the first guy then perhaps possible?
I
No.
know I should go. But she might come back.
Because I left the investigation area. The game is being rather funny. I just saying, hey, we're getting better at this, and then all of a sudden, you can't find a clue, you dumb detective work, you. I mean, I can... There's nothing I can do around her. How is this linked to the Bell murders? Can I inspect this grave? No. Hold on. I'm sure I am a dummy and a lot of people, you are like screaming at the screen. Like, how can you miss this? It's what I sometimes did when I was watching other YouTubers. I'm like, how can you miss this? I so see this. But right now I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, folks. Just trying to get out of here. It's not responding. Well, I'm gonna make this a shorter video, unfortunately, because the game is not responding. I found it very unceremonious to go out that way, so I am back from my keyboard issues and I'm back into the game. Apparently there was some issue with the rope, because now this time when I clicked on the rope and I went through the entire investigation again, because unfortunately the game has an autosave function, I can't say when I want it. Apparently this rope is familiar, and now where have I seen this before? Pattern of victims' deaths. I think that's relevant.
I need to get upriver, find out how she died. Better tell Joy.
Alright. So, I don't know exactly where I will have made the cut, because, well, that's going to be something for future me. But if I have a limited amount of my keyboard being stuck and where I had to make a cut, well, here I am, and no, will not make the episode very short if I have said so. Yeah. It gets confusing when you're talking in the past about the future.
Body washed up on shore, so she was murdered upriver. But where? Miles of banks both sides. Might as well be looking for a needle in a haystack of needles.
Oh, genius. It'll be a needle stack. Crawling with ghosts. Wish we could just ask her, Sophia.
Holy crap, maybe we can. That's that ghost that was watching me. Freaky girl wouldn't leave me alone. It's her. She's the one in the photo.
And she's the one that washed up.
Damn it, stop doing that to me, will you?
Wait, don't leave me here with...
Did you see that? Yeah, she was talking to that dude.
Small favor.
Give her a chance. She can help all of us.
That's a demon.
Did you hear that?
Of course I heard that. Demons.
Shit.
But to be honest, I'm a little like, demons don't really hurt you, do they? I assume they only hurt us ghosts, because otherwise, it would be a bit pointless for you, or pointless, very dangerous for you to live a normal life in general, and then also, if that were the case, I think people would know about it already. There you are. I'm gonna come this way. Just making sure where the heck he is. Oh wow! Oh wow! There are several of them over here. Let's see if I can do this. Yes, I can. Dang, damn it. Well, we got some action for at the end of the episode. I like to end that way much better. Need to be careful of the other demon in the back there. I don't know what their vision limit is, but... There we go, and this time it's an S. Oh, shoot. Darn it. Me and my clunky hands did it wrong. Sorry about that, folks. Let's try it again. The point is, I don't know how other people do it, but my left hand is where I use the R button for. So when it's asking me to use WASD keys, my hand is already like being used for something. Oh, come on, I had that one. So my left hand is already in use, and I get a little confused on how to... For some reason, I can't put my brain into the mode like, hey, you gotta let go of the R key, and we'll be fine. There's just a little cutscene action now, and then you can do what you need to do. At least I'm getting better at when I fail to get myself out of trouble, but yeah, that is not the best of shows. So let me try and just let go my left hand after I do the R thing, and then see what's happening. No, then I need to hold R in order to do it, so that also fails. Darn it, I need to hold the R key. It's just a little bit like a... I'm gonna make a really weird comparison here, but rocket jumping in Team Fortress 2. You have to use buttons in a certain way, and if you time that wrong, you're not going to launch yourself into the air via the virtue of your rocket jump, but you're going to, well, do a lot of damage to yourself and not do anything. Which, by the way, would be the normal way for rocket jumping to go, because you can't jump on a rocket. That is an impossibility. Just letting you know, and well, the more you know, the more things won't go wrong. I see that demon there. Distract. Need to hide up there, but... Or I'm just gonna walk up to him. You, hello? Can I not hit R? That's weird. I see a clue there. Let me just pick this up. A stroll through the graveyard. You and your girlfriend had some weird hobbies. Still distracted. No. Ah, come on, man. Really? Really? Well, I don't think I need to be on top of that region, to be honest. Ahsland Cemetary, Silent Shores. I got what I needed to collect from there, so I'm just gonna pass this demon up and say goodbye. Reckless Ronan. I will definitely will read all these letters at a certain point. Don't you worry, but not right now. What the heck are you guys doing?
Can't be that hard.
This is not going to end well.
Steel or iron or something. But it's just like a fence, right? I mean, how much can it weigh?
Should have brought a crowbar.
Yeah.
Whose idea was this?
What kind of
This will
idea?
make a good story later. Haven't had this much fun in ever.
What are you two
Thing's
doing
your
here?
idea.
Damn!
Oh, whoa, hello. War soldier?
Hi, kid. Who's the hero? My great-grandfather. I found a bunch of his things from the war in the attic. I even had a drink from his flask. No one in the family ever talks about him, though. I think it's because of his gory stories of the war. It must have been great to stick someone with a bayonet or paint a wall with someone's brains.
Trust me, kid. Stuff like that stays with you forever. You only find yourself wishing to forget.
So what? He was a hero. I'd do anything to be remembered like that. Instead, people think I'm a coward who committed suicide.
I'm sorry, kid.
I didn't do it. I don't know how it happened, but I'm no coward. And if I were still alive, I'd slit the throat of every person who ever called me one.
Okay, touchy subject. I get it.
Perhaps that drink was not something you should have taken. Oh, can't touch here. Just checking these walls, you know, before there's another clue that I cannot get. Is there a way to get on the other side here? No, but I do need to go around this in order to get a collectible from there. So, can I go outside here? No. Outside here? No. No. It's impossible. Bit weird that only the front area is consecrated. The front area isn't consecrated. I can walk through that wall, but not through the others. Hi. You can do my hide thing, but without needing to have a hide location. I cannot... Okay, hold on. There's some way I gotta be able to collect that stuff. Right? I mean, I can see it right there. How do I get through there? I'm trying, but... Can I possess one of these kids to do something different? No, that's... Let me just, I hope I'm not breaking the game if I'm going to try and do this, but I doubt it. Like, just try to walk on the wall here. Nope. Just let me collect that. I can see the collectible item, but I don't see the R to hide behind this. This is so weird. Whatever. We'll go up here. But I think that is indeed and truly for next episode. And, well, sorry for the little bit weird interruption with the, well, the game more or less locking itself stuck. But, well, it's time to continue towards some interesting ghosts. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.